Hello and welcome to Well with Postcards blogs. My name is Amechi and I would like to say a big thank you for joining me today. Actually, today is my very first training post on direct mail marketing. I've been getting a lot of responses from people requesting me that I should do some training on direct mail marketing. So I decided to go ahead to create a sub section um, targeted towards this training. I would love you to have access to this training. Always come back to this blog and read the articles and contents regarding direct mail marketing. I want you to use this website as your own personal training blog, um, because what I intend doing is that I intend to give you a complete training on how to go about using direct mail for your business. So yeah, that's it really. So in today's blog, we're going to be talking about the 10 costly mistakes people make in direct mail marketing. Now, if you're a newbie, if you're a beginner in this, in direct with direct mails, this would be a great video for you. Even if you're an expert or experienced, also this is also going to be a great training. So let's go straight ahead and talk about the 10 common or costly mistakes people make when going about doing a direct mail campaign. The first I would like to start with is honesty. It's very crucial that you have to be very honest with in your campaign. You don't have to lie to your customers just to get them to buy from you. You don't have to mislead anybody. It's totally wrong and it's very morally wrong to do that. Instead, when you make a promise, try to over deliver on your promises. Try to deliver on your promises and try to over deliver as well. You would gain more in return when you are very honest with your customers. So yeah, very important. The second mistakes people make is that they go about choosing the product before they actually choose their customers. So for an example, they could come across a product that they think is a great product, but they haven't really done their research to find out if there is a market for that product, if there are people buying that product, if there are people actually seeking and looking for that kind of product. So what you have to do is to first of all identify um, um, a market. Choose a market of people who are already buying a product, the existing product. Okay. Once you've identified customers who are already buying an existing product, then you now identify a a need first before you now find a product that fills in that need. I hope I made sense with that. So the next one, the next mistake is to choose. Most direct marketers, what they go about doing is that they send out. They don't really have a good idea of the kind of have a profile of the kind of customers they are dealing with. You find some people mailing out selling expensive products to people who can't afford them, and then you have some marketers who mail out very cheap, inexpensive products to people who have the money and who can afford a much more expensive product. So it's very important to do a research to find out what your customers, to find out what the customers are willing to pay. Okay, um, customers who have the money find it very irritating and quite insulting when you mail them, when you're trying to sell them a very inexpensive product. So, and also the other way around, clients who are struggling, who haven't got the money, find it very irritating when you try to sell them a very expensive product. So it's very important to know who your customers are and what their budget is. The next one that I would like to talk about is to you know ship your order very fast. It's very important to ship your orders very fast. Don't wait. Don't keep customers waiting for 2, 3, 4 weeks to get their products delivered. Okay, when they place an order, try to ship it as fast as possible. The last also I'd like to talk about is offer a money back guarantee. This is very, very important. Um, it shows that you're very confident with your product, and when customers sees that, they are more likely to buy your product because you've demonstrated confidence in your own product first, and it assures them that they're making a wise investment and they're not being ripped off. Okay. The next one I'll talk about is don't process orders before shipping the product. Okay, some marketers go about they're so greedy, they go about to process cashing the checks before actually shipping the product the customers have paid for. It's not right, and I'll advise you not to do that. And then keep it simple. Try and keep your campaign very simple. Have a very uplifting sales letter that will get you better result. Don't try to complicate things. Keep things as simple as possible. And the other one I'd like to talk about is another one I'd like to talk about is to know to mail to customers who have a history of buying direct mail products. Don't spend your money and your time mailing to customers who haven't had a history of responding to direct mail offers. And spend your time, research and find out customers who have a history of buying direct mail offers. You get a better conversion and response from that, as opposed to just mailing out to customers who haven't got a history. And the last one I'd like to talk about is to have an idea of what they've bought recently. Okay, if for an example you know of a group of people who have recently purchased a software, or let's say a computer, and it's very, very important to find this out, because you could also sell them products that would supplement or help them in using the product they've just recently bought. For example, if someone bought a laptop or a computer or a software, and you know that they will need help in terms of installing it or how to use the internet and stuff, you could sell them a course or a program that will help them to use the product they just bought. So these are 10 tips and costly mistakes some people make, and I hope you're taking note of these suggestions and tips, and I look forward to giving more detailed information and training on how to effectively market your product with direct mail. So come back again tomorrow and get more training on how to effectively use direct mail for your business. Take care. My name is Amici. Bye.